Raila Amolo Odinga's death has set so many records that nobody, I believe, is alive right now that's going to break all those records. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also surprising that as we speak today, people are traveling to Bondo to go and see the grave of Raila Amolo Odinga. And you can think actually Raila Amolo Odinga just died because people get there and they mourn. It's like Raila just died and they just received the news. They are so emotional when they reach there. Ladies and gentlemen, as if that's not enough, Raila Amolo Odinga has broken a number of records. And that's what I want to take you through on this particular video. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. The first record that Raila Amolo Odinga had set is this. For Raila Amolo Odinga was the first leader in Kenya to die outside the country. We had Kenyatta died in Kenya, Kibaki died in Kenya, Moi died in Kenya. Now Raila Amolo Odinga has passed on in India. That is the first one. Number two, Raila Amolo Odinga was the first to be handled by two militaries after his death. That is, the body of Raila Amolo Odinga was transported to Mumbai by the military of India. When Raila Amolo Odinga was moved to Kenya, the Kenyan military took over the body of Raila Amolo Odinga all the way to Opoda farm where he was laid to rest. That is number two thing that happened that was strange in Raila Amolo Odinga's funeral. Number three, Raila Amolo Odinga was the first leader in the Republic of Kenya. I believe also the first in the world and the first in Africa to actually undergo 8 serious functions before he finally gets laid to rest. The first function, it's a JKIA. Where Kenyans, youths especially, went to receive Raila Amolo Odinga from Raila 001 plane. That was massive. The government had put enough measures to ensure that people do not find themselves at the runway, but they found themselves there until they had to shut down the operations at JKIA to allow fast people to finish up from the airport. That was number one. Number two, it is Raila Amolo Odinga's function at Kasarani. Kasarani was full. I can see almost 50,000 plus people attended that function where they wanted to view Raila Amolo Odinga's body. In fact, they could not wait. And there's nowhere they could have kept. Even if it's Lee Funeral Home, they could not have managed. So Raila Amolo Odinga was forced to be dressed there, prepared by the people from Lee Funeral Home, and then the people at Kasarani to get a chance to view the body, which actually happened until late hours before Raila Amolo Odinga was taken back to rest at Lee Funeral Home. Number three function, it's at Nyayo Stadium. After the viewing at Kasarani, Nyayo Stadium was the state funeral, where again dignitaries from various parts of this world came together to give Raila Amolo Odinga last respect. The other functions are the parliament buildings. Raila Amolo Odinga was also taken to parliament, moved out of the casket, laid on that table. People viewed his entire body, finished. Actually, before the body was taken, I think, to Nyayo Stadium.
But he had a very simple way of summarizing death, and to him, death was very fine, but it was a chapter in life. So this is very, very hard for people who worked for him. I've just watched Maurice there.
That was another function. The other function is, which is the fifth one, it is when Raila Amolo Odinga's body was taken to a place called Mamboleo Stadium. Mamboleo Stadium, it is a historical stadium at Kisumu. Here, the people as well in Kisumu had a chance to view Raila Amolo Odinga's body, where he was actually given to the public now. It was pure, there was no speech. There were no speeches being made there, just the public viewing. And that was another serious thing. Ladies and gentlemen, after Mamboleo Stadium, Raila Amolo Odinga's body was flown to a place called Bondo. And at Bondo again, another viewing moment where people had a chance to view Raila Amolo Odinga's body again at 3. So that was another massive function that also occurred in relation to Raila Amolo Odinga's death. The other one is at Jaramogi University, where Raila Amolo Odinga's burial function literally occurred, where we had the family, the congregants, the people of that region came together to give Raila Amolo Odinga his last respect. The last but not least, it is the burial ceremony that he received at his home at Opoda Farm, where we had the president, the current president, and the living president, the former living president, who actually took time also to lead the other people to give Raila Amolo Odinga's final respect. The second record that Raila Amolo Odinga broke is this. After his burial, he has had the largest number of people visiting his grave after his death. There's no other leader in the world who has been visited like Raila Amolo Odinga has been. That was massive. And I think this is because of the love and the contribution that he made to the people of Kenya and the people of Africa and the entire world, especially when he was a leader of this country. Number 3, Raila Amolo Odinga's graveyard has received the largest number of flowers so far. There's no grave that has been visited like that one of Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, people are saying he has broken the record of that of Michael Jackson. Right now, as we speak, people are still going to Bondo, some of them with flowers, some of them just to sing, some of them just to view the body, meaning that Raila Amolo Odinga still will keep that record. Nobody is going to break it again. Another record that Raila Amolo Odinga has broken is still getting love while at the grave. In that Raila Amolo Odinga, imagine when he was alive, people were following him. Still, after being laid to rest at Opoda Farm, still Kenyans are going there. Morning is like they're listening to him. In fact, if Raila Amolo Odinga could tell them, go to Mandamano, a voice just comes in, people will go and demonstrate. So in a nutshell, Raila Amolo Odinga is receiving the greatest love that a leader can receive, especially after he had died. And that should be a big lesson to most of these leaders. Be with the people and champion the rights and the interests of the people, and that's how you're going to enjoy love. And I think this love that Raila Amolo Odinga has experienced is eventually going to go back to his family. There's no way. That love is too much than hate. Too much. In fact, the Opoda Farm is going to be fresh, in that people will keep on going there, keep on tickling there. Various groups. Like right now, I hear that people from Kisii, some youths are planning to go there. People from across the world, be it Arsenal fans, be it political class, be it foreigners, it's going to be like, let me say now, a tourist attraction center, where we're going to get people going there to visit the grave and see the grave that has been visited most, the grave with the most flowers, the person who is most loved, the person who was given 8 functions before his final laying to rest. In a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, Raila Amolo Odinga has been the greatest of all times. I don't know what's your take, or if there's anything that I've left out that you think Raila Amolo Odinga has already set as a record. On the comment section, share with me.